hailing from Giddings, Texas, is one of the greatest pitchers you likely never heard of, Hilton Lee Smith. Hilton Smith was a great pitcher, primarily for the Kansas City Monarchs. And Hilton Smith pitched alongside the legendary Satchel Paige, and they were polar opposites. When Satchel walked in the room, the room lit up. You knew he was in the room, and if you didn't know, he was going to let you know that he was in the room. Hilton Smith was the exact opposite, very quiet, very workmanlike, unassuming, but just as lethal, possessing what many believe to be the greatest curveball this sport has ever seen. Hilton Smith was indeed the truth.
Okay, all set to go. Now here is Harvey. That one misses, and we're underway. A little out front there as he swings through it. Hilton Smith didn't get the same kind of fame as his longtime teammate Satchel Paige, but he was just as good. Roy Campanella played against him, and he said you couldn't tell the difference between them when Smith came in to relieve Satchel on the mound. Marshall in now, takes ball one off the plate. Line drive. Bradley makes the catch. 2 down.
Great story about how Hilton started his pro career. In 1931, he beat a former Negro League pitcher named Willie Owens, who recommended him to his semi-pro team, the Austin Black Senators. They signed him up, and a week later, he pitched Austin to a win over the Chicago American Giants.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. No score, just getting started, top of the first. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. New inning getting started, and now the shortstop, Murray. And the first offering is not close. Hilton Smith only pitched in one game for the Monarchs in 1936, but in 37, he led them with 11 wins, including 9 at home in Kansas City. Bounce to the left side. On to O'Neill. Hilton working on preserving this narrow lead. Taylor in the box now. No balls and a strike. Strike 2.
As great as Hilton was in 1937, he was even better in 38. He only lost twice and had easily the highest WAR of any player in the Negro American League. And he got the win while striking out 3 batters in the East-West All-Star game.
Smith wheels and deals. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Digging in, Hayes. That one's in there, 0-1.
Here's one example of how dominant Hilton Smith could be. In his 1937 no-hitter against the Chicago American Giants, Chicago only hit the ball out of the infield twice the whole game. That's overwhelming stuff.
Tried to check his swing there. Now an appeal to first. And Eric Summersgill punches him out. That's a strikeout. Foul ball. Strike 2. Next pitch is downstairs. That one missing inside. Rolled over to third. On to O'Neill. Smith just 2 outs from locking up the win. Glass stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. 0-2 as he waves at that one. In the air, left field. Sanders tracks it down for the out. Bates stands in now and watches strike one. The next offering misses, and that's ball one. Not close with that one. Ball two. Ball game. Hilton Smith slams the door.
Buck O'Neill believed that Hilton Smith had the greatest curveball this sport has ever seen. The legendary Monty Irvin would go on to say that it was the greatest curveball that he had the displeasure of ever trying to hit. He threw the big 12-6 breaker, and he threw what he called a tight curveball, where he would drop down 3/4, and he threw it all with pinpoint control. As a matter of fact, Monty Irvin would go on to say that you could know where his curveball was coming from, and the break and bite on it was so sharp, you still couldn't hit it.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the...
The batter now, Murray. The pitch. That misses, and we're underway here this afternoon. And there's the strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss. Next pitch in the dirt, and the count's even at 2.
That breaking stuff from Hilton Smith is just so tough to hit. Sammy Hughes was a star in the Negro Leagues, and he said he'd rather face Satchel than Smith because of how sharp Hilton's breaking stuff was.
All right, Siggy, who had the best breaking stuff of anyone you had to face in your career?
I'd say Pedro Martinez's slider was pretty devastating.
Got him. Hilton Smith goes to the hammer curve for the K. Taylor now at the plate as he swings through strike one. That one fouled off. Next pitch is in the dirt. Now 1-2.
You asked me about pitchers with great breaking stuff. Who stands out to you as having the best breaking pitches over the last few decades?
Chris, when Doc Gooden came up, you think about that fastball, the four-seamer with the carry, but the curveball coming out of the same slot. That curveball from Doc Gooden was absolutely nasty. Slider gets the K for Hilton Smith. Hayes stands in here, takes ball 1 low. So 2 balls and no strikes. CC Sabathia would be another with a great slider, and Randy Johnson, of course, as well. For both those guys, I can't imagine what it was like for the few left-handed batters that had to dig in against 2 giant lefties with nasty sliders. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk. And that one fouled off. Smith kicks and delivers. Smith comes to the plate.
2-1 the count now. He hasn't seen a fastball yet, but you've got to be ready to hit one because you doubt the pitcher wants this to go to a 3-1 count.
Sanders makes a nice grab at a full sprint. And the right-hander back to work. Glass in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. He swings and fouls one off. Next offering is in for a strike. Rip to third. It's through for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
He was all over that one. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone. Swing and a miss. That is strike two. Next one just misses. And it's 2-2. And now it's filled up. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Smith with a strikeout on the knuckle curve. Now at the plate, Hughes. In there, and it's 0-1. Strike two.
0-2.
Next pitch misses way outside. Swing and a miss. He swung over top of the curveball. McDonald stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1. There's the swing and a miss.
2 strikes.
In the dirt. Sends it to first. And that is the third out of the inning.
Tell me to drop, I don't see the reason. My missus went like a tape together, we get him mischievous.
Hilton Smith was one of many great two-way stars in the Negro Leagues. And over recent times, we've become enamored by the nature of two-way stars, primarily because of the great success of Shohei Ohtani. Well, the Negro Leagues were filled with great two-way stars, and Hilton Smith was just one of many. And what made Hilton so special was when he wasn't pitching, he played the outfield and had a lifetime batting average over 300.
Feel like the feeling of the suppress. Feel like I got no. Feel like I needed rest.
Monarchs ace Hilton Smith digging in now. Strike one. Maybe the best season of Hilton Smith's career was 1941. He went 10-0 for Kansas City, a 1.53 ERA, and on top of that, he batted .353 and he slugged .500. Terry hauls it in, 2 away. And a foul ball.
You know, 1941 is a notable baseball year because it's the year Joe DiMaggio had his 56-game hitting streak. Ted Williams hit .406 and won the Triple Crown, but you can make a real argument that Hilton Smith had a better all-around season than either of them.
And he flips a breaking ball in there, or a changeup.
Either one. Something off speed. Good arm action on it, whatever it was.
That's a ball.
Next pitch misses, and it's a ball and a strike. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
His eyes got big. He saw that changeup way out in front. Better to pull it than to get jammed on something off speed like that.
That's a hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
And a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
From radio to the video to
The game is changing, I do the best that I can to attain it. If we gotta gamble, I bet on myself, all that other dangerous. I just made a way for myself on my way.
Here's the two-way threat, Hilton Smith. And takes low for ball one. Hilton Smith faced down some of the best in baseball and succeeded. He was really excellent in barnstorming games and impressed a lot of major leaguers, including Bob Feller. Whips it to first on the run. And there's 2 down.
One of Hilton's great barnstorming performances came when the Monarchs played the Dizzy Dean All-Stars at Wrigley Field in Chicago in 1942. Hilton and Satchel Paige pitched for Kansas City, and they beat the Major Leaguers 3-1. Hilton gave up 1 hit in 3 innings, struck out 3 batters, and got the win. Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Pitch was on the outside, didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the big part of the field to find a hole. No way he hits it that well if he hooks around the baseball there.
The 1-0. That's out to center field. McDonald gets under it, and there's 2 away. The pitch. Swing and a foul straight back. Kicks and fires. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. So a man on base to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Racing, makes the catch. And there's 2 down. Here's the two-way threat, Hilton Smith. Line drive, caught. And a pitch. Line drive, base hit. Now he turns and heads for second. Murray with a relay throw, and he's out, trying for 2. Duncan back to work. That's inside.
That's inside.
That's hard hit on the line. Brings it in, and a quick out, number 1. Popped up right side, reaching for it, makes the catch. Hilton Smith digging in now. That one down the line. Hayes, jump throw. What a play. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Right, back to work. That one clubbed out towards left center. That'll be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
His first game in Kansas City, his first full season with the Monarchs in 1937, what did Hilton Smith do? He only threw a perfect game. Yeah, he blanked the Chicago American Giants 4-0. Hilton Smith had that great breaking ball and then a dominating fastball to go on top of it. You've got to sit on his fastball, and then you had virtually no chance of hitting his curveball. That went along with a repertoire of other great pitches, but the curveball was the pitch that really made Hilton Smith unhittable.
Lately I've been glued up.
Back here at Comiskey Park, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the shortstop, Murray. That's a strike. That's strike one. Hilton's perfect game really set the tone for his 1937 season. He led the Negro American League with 11 wins, 3 shutouts, and 99 strikeouts, all while hitting over 300. Sutton under it. And in foul ground, he pulls it down. 1 out.
Hilton actually led the league in strikeouts for 4 of his first 5 seasons with Kansas City, and his perfect game was actually historic in another way, Boog, since it was the first no-hitter thrown in an official Negro American League game.
Check swing on an 0-2. Appeal to first, and yes, he offered at it. That hits the dirt, and that's ball 1. That one missed. Hilton's perfecto actually came in the longest drought of perfect games in Major League history. Charlie Robertson threw one in April of 1922, and then it took more than 30 years to see another. Hayes in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. All right, trivia time, Sengi. Do you know who snapped the perfect game drought after 34 years?
Of course, Boog. It was Don Larson in the 1956 World Series.
That's right. Next one misses, and the count is 1-2. And now it's even up. Bounce to the right side, and foul ball. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Out number 3. Welcome back, bottom of the 8th, and now the right fielder, Smith. Just missed.
Count 1-0.
On the ground to third. On to O'Neill. 1 up, 1 down. Glass at the plate now. That's ball 1. Ripped to third and caught. Bates, the next to hit, takes outside.
Ball 1, no strike.
In there, base hit. And the bid for history is gone. Back here at the ballpark, set for the last half of the 7th. And the batter will be the shortstop, Murray.
1-0.
That misses the zone. 1-0. Hilton's perfect game really set the tone for his 1937 season. He led the Negro American League with 11 wins, 3 shutouts, and 99 strikeouts, all while hitting over 300. And that one fouled off.
Hilton actually led the league in strikeouts for 4 of his first 5 seasons with Kansas City, and his perfect game was actually historic in another way, Boog, since it was the first no-hitter thrown in an official Negro American League game.
Line to second, snagged on the bounce, and they get the out. Hayes in the box now. No balls and a strike. Swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Hilton's perfecto actually came in the longest drought of perfect games in Major League history. Charlie Robertson threw one in April of 1922, and then it took more than 30 years to see another. Smith, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. All right, trivia time, Sengi. Do you know who snapped the perfect game drought after 34 years?
Of course, Boog. It was Don Larson in the 1956 World Series.
That's right. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Smith wheels and deals. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Next offering misses, and that's ball 2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Next to hit, Glass. In for a strike, 0-1. Next offering is in for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down. This one popped up. Puts the squeeze on that one, and that'll end the inning. Welcome back to Comiskey Park. All set for the bottom of the 9th. And here's the catcher, Hughes. That misses. Ball 1. Next offering is down low. The next offering misses. 3-0. In for a strike, now 3-1. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. Next offering popped in the air, right field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. 1 away. McDonald stands in now, looks at that one inside. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Bradley under it. Squeezes it, and there's 2 away. So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Mason looking for a 2-out spark with the bases empty. The 0-1.
0-2 is the count.
The 0-2 from Hilton. Here's a high fly ball out to center. It's over. Hilton Smith tosses a perfect.
Hilton Smith did something that I don't think we will ever see done in the game of baseball again. Hilton Smith won 20 games or more, 12 consecutive years. He goes 6-1 in exhibition games against Major League All-Stars. He was likely the best pitcher in all of baseball at that time, who by the time that Jackie Robinson breaks Major League Baseball's color barrier, he realized that he was too old. The majors came calling, but he knew by that time he was too old to cross over that threshold and go into Major League Baseball.
Bang, bang, gotta go, go get it. I'ma lead right with it in the track, going silly. If she drop like it's hot, tell her bounce with it.
So up next, Harvey. Pitch misses inside, and that is ball 1.
They need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
The next pitch misses, and the count is filled up. Hilton Smith thrived in high-pressure situations like this. He shined in several East-West All-Star games, and he dominated the home state Grays over 5 shutout innings in Game 2 of the 1942 Negro League World Series. Full extension makes the catch. Fouled off. He was late.
Hilton had so many great moments in the spotlight. He tossed a complete game win in Game 5 of the 1946 Negro League World Series against the Newark Eagles, who had Larry Doby and Monty Irvin. Hilton also got a hit and scored a run for good measure.
Smith kicks and delivers. And a swing and a miss. Hilton needs just one more out to escape danger. Foul ball there. Next offering is in for a strike. Got him looking. Hilton Smith.
Let me break it down till it feel right. How does it feel? I'm so aligned and it's so.
Hilton Smith earned a reputation as being Satchel's shadow, the legendary Satchel Paige. He would oftentimes come in and relieve Satchel. Well, Satchel was the draw. So Satchel's going to pitch 2 or 3 innings. And who came in and pitched the last 6 or 7? Hilton Smith. And all the old timers in the Negro League say, if you're going to get anything, you better get it off of Satchel because you weren't going to touch Hilton Smith.
Now it's the right fielder, Terry. They say it went.
0-1.
It really does Hilton Smith a disservice to think of him only as Satchel Paige's shadow. But Smith always knew he was just as good on the mound, even if Satchel was the box office main attraction. 2 on, 1 out. Cole getting ready to hit. Swings through that one. 0-1.
Yeah, there were a lot of major leaguers who found out just how good Hilton Smith was, too. In 1937, he threw a shutout against a team with Bob Feller, Vince DiMaggio, and Johnny Mize as part of a barnstorming series. And in all 3 games he pitched, the right players didn't score a single run off him.
Check swing, appeal to first. And he punches him out. He went around. Here's the third baseman, Gordon. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Hilton was so good in interracial games over the years that Mize and Stan Musial both said he had as good a curveball as they've ever seen. High praise coming from 2 Hall of Fame players.
Next one is off the plate. 3-1. And that's ball 4.
After Hilton was done playing, he followed in his father's footsteps and became a school teacher in Kansas City. Kind of full circle because the first organized team he played on back in Texas was with his dad.
Next offering is down low. And now 3-0.
After his teaching days, Smith was a foreman in a steel mill for a while before he became a scout for the Chicago Cubs. Another full circle moment there since his old teammate and manager Buck O'Neil had been scouting for him since 1955.
And welcome back. We go to the 8th. Leading off, Floyd. Next pitch downstairs, and it's 1-0. To the right side, Little handles the chance. First out in the top of the 8th. Klein in the box now. Takes strike 1. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Hilton still looking very sharp for KC. And now Everett. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. So digging in, Adams. First pitch, and he just misses. Next offering is downstairs. Swings through that one.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And it's even up. Line drive down the line, and it's foul. Three-two now. He goes down looking. Back now at Muehlbach Field. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Chapman. And there's a foul ball. Base hit into the outfield. And that puts the tying run on base.
Just a huge at bat right there. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
On the ground, 2 ball. They get the force. 2 outs to go for Hilton Smith, who's just been terrific in relief of Satchel. Cole takes low, second trip to the plate in this one. Good eye right there. The 2-0 is in for a strike. Next pitch is popped up. Ball game. Hilton Smith with a great relief out.
Yeah.
I get hot like a skillet.
It is Hilton Smith who is credited with having introduced or recommended Jackie Roosevelt Robinson to Kansas City Monarchs owner James Leslie Wilkinson. Hilton had seen Jackie playing against a white military baseball team that had major league players on it in 1942. He quickly recommended Jackie to Monarchs owner James Leslie Wilkinson. When Jackie gets discharged from the military in 1944, he writes to Monarchs owner J.O. Wilkinson, and Wilkie gives him a tryout. He makes the team, and he joins the Kansas City Monarchs in 1945. Many credit Hilton Smith for introducing us to the man that would break Major League Baseball's 6-decade-long self-imposed color barrier.